Hi everyone, I'm Carey Pena and this is Front Doors TV. With us in our Inspired Media 360 studios today, Torrie Taj, who is the CEO of Child Crisis Arizona. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for the invitation today.
Lots to chat about. I want to begin with the mission at Child Crisis Arizona, which is to provide children and youth a safe environment free from abuse and neglect. How do you do that?
We do that through many different ways. We want to keep families strong and communities growing. So everyone knows about our shelter services for foster youth and children and youth in that foster care system. We have been doing that for 45 years now, Carey. And we also do foster care and adoption services. But it's important for us to prevent child abuse and neglect. And that is why we have such a focus on early education services and family education services. We want to make sure all families and parents have those tools to parent and to be able to keep their families strong.
Preventative.
Yes.
Approximately how many children and families do you serve in a year?
So last year we served 7,000 individuals here in Arizona.
The need is very great, and I know you've had tremendous growth in the past 6 years. Tell us what's going on.
So the need for foster care continues in our state, and it's not just for the young ones. People often think of Child Crisis Arizona as just serving those really young children. We've expanded. Back in 2019, we added a teen group home. This last year, we took over an independent living program for children who are going to age out in foster care. And so we have independent living and group homes for teens also now.
Torrie, I know this has been really an area of passion for you. I've done quite a bit of reporting about this very topic of teens who are aging out of the system. And oftentimes that is a population that's forgotten about. They face tremendous challenges. They're oftentimes bouncing home to home. By the time they're 17, 18, ready to age out of the system, what do they do?
Yeah, the statistics aren't great. And that's why we really want to take a concerted effort to grow those programs and make sure that they have every possible tool available to them before they age out.
I know that you have a story that really struck your heart. A 13-year-old who came to you, formerly homeless, had missed months of school at a time, and you helped this child.
We still are helping this child, and I received a letter from this child's great-grandparents, and I could share some of the letter with you. Dear Child Crisis Arizona, thank you all for doing everything that you do for foster kids in Arizona. We found out about your organization because we have a great-grandson in your group home. Your care and wonderful staff at the Elmwood House helped our great-grandson and has changed his life. You are truly changing lives. I can see it in my great-grandson. He's learned to trust again. He's beginning to feel like a normal kid. Because of that, a life of a boy that came to you over a year and a half ago, alone, frightened, neglected, hurt, and abused, living on the street and out of contact with us, his extended family, has become a successful student in school, a member of the school basketball team, a happy 14-year-old now who's learned to trust again. He's a boy who has hope again. You've given him the opportunity at Child Crisis Arizona to grow into a fine young man and not be defined by the neglect and abuse under which he once lived. You're truly changing lives. Two ever grateful great-grandparents.
How does that impact you?
For me, it was validation of the work that we do each and every day.
What struck me most about that is that line saying that he doesn't have to be defined by this neglect and abuse. It is breaking that cycle of trauma and giving these children hope that they can be something in their lives.
That's exactly what it is. We don't define our services by saying our kids are sex trafficked. They are victims of abuse. Yes, all of those things can happen. And the emotional abuse that they've endured for years, it can change. It can change by having people care about you, having those deep connections, having the consistency of people in your life, and having people being that positive force that you can do well in school and you are worthy and you are an incredible young man or child.
If people want to know more about how they can help a child like this and the thousands of others who you impact on a daily basis, there's a great opportunity with the Arizona tax credit.
There certainly is. Not everyone can open their home and their hearts to be a foster parent, but everybody can help foster children. And in Arizona, we have this great opportunity called the Arizona Foster Care Tax Credit. Child Crisis Arizona can receive a contribution, and we can continue doing the work with foster youth that we do.
And that's $500 for an individual and $1,000 per couple.
That is correct.
That can be allocated to help you and Child Crisis Arizona for the incredible work that you do on a daily basis. Thank you for being a tireless champion for all of these children.
It's my pleasure.
You're doing great work over there. I love that letter, and thank you for sharing that with us. Really appreciate it. And for more information, you can go to childcrisisaz.org. I'm Carey Pena. This is Front Doors TV.